Hey everyone, ready for another deep dive? Today we're going to tackle this whole untold truth about money thing.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Based on, that James Janney YouTube video. Have you seen that one? It's
Mm-hmm.
pretty interesting.
Yeah.
We're talking ditching that old money equals salary
Yeah.
idea, you know, exploring a whole new way to think about building wealth.
Yeah. Well, he starts off with a really powerful visual, right? Comparing $1 million to $1 billion.
Yeah.
And, the difference is just striking. It really highlights how much potential there is for wealth creation. But it makes you kind of question those traditional paths that we're always told to follow.
It really is kind of mind-blowing. Like, you think a million's a lot, but then you see that compared to a billion, you're like, whoa.
Right.
And JD argues, those traditional ideas about money, like get a good job, climb the corporate ladder,
Yeah.
that might actually be holding us back from reaching that billion-dollar potential.
What's really fascinating is that he actually backs this up with hard data. He cites the WealthX report, which found that 68%, a huge number of ultra-wealthy individuals,
Wow.
those with $30 million or more,
Okay.
are self-made.
Yeah.
So they didn't inherit their fortunes, they built them.
Yeah. And he throws out some big names too. Warren Buffett, Oprah, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk.
Exactly.
And you're like, all right, these are some of the most successful people on the planet, and they didn't just stumble into it.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think it is about this self-made path that leads to such incredible success?
Well, I think it challenges a lot of assumptions about wealth. I think Janata argues that a lot of us have been conditioned to believe that wealth is just out of reach, that it's reserved for a select few.
Mm.
But these self-made billionaires prove that's not the case. There's something about their mindset and their approach that allows them to break through
Yeah.
those limitations.
It's interesting, too, how he calls out Hollywood for always portraying wealthy people as like these greedy, out-of-touch villains. It's almost like we're programmed to see wealth in a negative light.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that kind of subconscious bias can actually hold people back from pursuing financial success?
I think it's definitely possible if we associate wealth with, negative qualities. It can create this psychological barrier, right? We might feel guilty for wanting to be wealthy or believe it's somehow immoral. And that can really prevent us from taking the actions to actually build wealth.
Yeah, it's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Exactly.
If you believe that wealth is bad, then you're not going to pursue it. But Jenny flips the script and says, hey, there's another way. He argues that one of the biggest hurdles we face is actually our perception of time. He uses this really striking example, right? If you earned $20 an hour, worked 40 hours a week,
Yeah.
it would take you almost 24 years to earn $1 million.
Wow.
And that's before taxes and expenses.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
It's a powerful illustration of how limiting that traditional job for salary model can be. You're trading your time for money, and there's only so much time that we all have, right?
Right.
So it